Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to the Lawn Care Nut Full Sin Father's Day Extravaganza. By the way, let me ask you a question. What do you call it when you find a cow out on your front lawn eating your grass? That's right, it's a lawn mower. By the way, I heard there was a couple 2-3 guys up the road caught using grass actually to pick a lock to get into a house. But I feel like the evidence may have been planted. I also know, did you guys know that I used to have a lawn business? Used to clear leaves off for people, make a lot of money. I was really raking it in back in those days. Hey, alright, well I hope you enjoyed that entry there. By the way, thumbs up for dad jokes, right? And that's what this video is all about. There's a lot going on here today, and I hope it's just going to be good, clean fun for you and your kids to watch together, all about lawns on Father's Day. And I've got a lot packed in here. The first thing I want to start with though is show you something. This is actually one of my favorite pictures that I have of me and my dad. I'll put it up on the screen there so you can see it. So I was 2 years old in that picture, so that would have been 1975. You can see Pops there working on his riding mower that he used to mow. I think we had about an acre. I know that my parents like to say they had a double lot out on Shore Acres over by there in St. Pete back in the day, and so Pops needed a riding mower to keep things clean. I actually think it's because he did not like doing the lawn. One of the things me and my dad joke about is that he is not a lawn care guy at all. But I did want to wish everyone out there a happy Father's Day. To all you dads out there, you're so important in the life of your children and what you do. And if you're watching this channel, my assumption is that in some way, shape, or fashion you share lawns with your kids. And I actually have some lawn care nuts, a father and a son, that give us a little, I guess you'd say, a testimonial of sorts coming up here later in the video. As well as we're going to announce the winners of the Weed Whacker giveaway that I announced earlier this last week here. Got tons of footage from different things that I've done all throughout the week here. But one thing I wanted to say just real quick, because many of you don't know, I talk about my sons a lot. By the way, growing up, I never allowed them to mow the lawn. But I want to say, I call them my sons because they are my sons, but I'm actually a stepdad. Now, they're my sons. They're the only sons I have. I love them like they're my own sons. I've known them since they were 5 and 6. We're very close. But they actually have a really good dad, and we get together up in Northwest Indiana over by there quite often when we're up there, and we all hang out together. And I just wanted to say to John, he actually just retired from the fire department over on one of the suburbs down over by there, the south side of Chicago. So I want to say congratulations, John, on your retirement. You've earned it. And happy Father's Day to you. And then I also want to say happy Father's Day to all the single dads out there. I'm thinking of my friend Silverback, who was my neighbor for 10 years, someone I have great respect for, another awesome father. And I could probably spend another hour going through all the great dads that I've known throughout the years. I have an awesome dad, but there's been a lot of people that have mentored me, that have been like a father to me. And I just want to say I want to honor all of you, no matter who you are. If you're influencing people, young people, in some way, shape, or fashion, then you've got that dad quality about you that's so important. And I want to say happy Father's Day to you as well. So as you can probably see, I'm already sweating. It is super hot out here today, and we are well into the throes of summer. Actually, I think, is today the first day of summer? It probably is. So happy summer to all of you guys. But I want to kind of take you through my week. I've had a really great week with just tons of mowing, trimming, edging, blowing, a little bit of spraying and praying, a lot of great things. And I figured what I would do is just put in some fun music, let you guys watch that. I know sometimes you enjoy just the enjoy the mow parts, and we got a lot of that in here this week. And the first mow that I got to do this week was quite enjoyable. I got to use my John Deere lawn tractor, which I have now named Charlene, and Charlene and I got to spend some time together out at the church at my project lawn.
For a second I
Hey, so I hope you guys enjoyed that edit and that montage there. In case you're wondering, I have started naming my mowers. You know, I've been hanging out with Cletus McFarland quite a bit, Garrett, and I notice he always names all of his cars, and I just thought that was so cool. And why shouldn't we name our lawn mowers and our lawn equipment, right? So I've started doing that, and I'm gonna introduce a couple new names to some of the old members of my fleet here a little bit later on in the video. One thing I wanted to address here real quick, a lot of you guys have asked me over the years, because I talk about dominating your neighbors and stuff, and I have videos on it, is actually, do I get along with my neighbors, or do my neighbors like me? And actually, I want to give a shout out to one of my neighbors right now. He actually just got a new job to where he actually has over 600 people underneath him. That's right, he got a job mowing at a cemetery. Hey, real quick, I just wanted to step in here and let you know that from today until the 28th of June, we actually have all Next Green County Fertilizer 4-packs and 5-packs listed at $7 off. You can also use that on the Build-A-Box at thelawncarenut.com, but that's also for Yard Mastery. All packs of all the Green County Fertilizer products, $7 off per case until the 28th of June. Okay, now this next segment is something completely different. I think you're really gonna like it. So I actually had two lawn care nuts, a father and a son. Tom is the father and Quinn is the son. He's 18 years old. And they actually wrote in and told me a little bit about how they've started working on their lawn together and how it's really strengthened their relationship as a father and a son. And I asked them if they would put that into video, and they were very happy to do that for me. And I figured now I would share that with you because I know a lot of you all also have similar experiences with your kids in the lawn.
My name is Quinn, I'm 18 years old and I'm a recent high school graduate. The idea of taking care of our own lawn started one night in late May. We were raking up dead spots in our backyard, and we were slowly starting to realize that we needed to take more pride in our own lawn. And my dad said that he always has dreamed of having a Scots lawn.
Which prompted a question from Quinn, Dad, what's a Scots lawn? And I had to remind him of my childhood and early adult years where, you know, Scots had advertisements all over the place showing these, you know, museum type yards, and I've always wanted one.
So for as long as I can remember, we've always had a service to come and take care of our lawn, so they've never really made it look good before. We've never gotten up out of bed and been able to look outside and say, wow, look at our yard, it's such a beautiful day. No, it was usually looking outside and seeing, oh wow, the green grass from both sides of our neighbor's lawn. Our lawn is looking extra brown today. And so I will never forget, every single week, they would come up, the service would pull up with their mower, their blower, their trimmer, all very professional grade. And it was clear to the rest of the neighbors that we could care less about our lawn. Yeah. You have to understand, my dad is not a DIY guy at all. In fact, he struggles to start his own car.
It's true.
So yeah, we bought a mower for the very first time. We went out to the store, we picked it out, and we were so excited because this was the start of a new transformation for our entire, basically our house. And so we started to throw down many other products as well, fertilizers and all that stuff from, you know, what YouTube channels recommended, the lawn care nut.
I went and picked up a trailer, and we went and got 2 cubic yards of mulch, and we threw that down. We trimmed hedges, we planted flowers, all kinds of stuff that we had never done before. And it was, with every step, everything that we accomplished, we were just smiling the whole time, and we were having a great time doing it. And we noticed our relationship began to change, and we had a lot of time to talk about stuff, which we'd done before, and we've always had a good relationship, but it really took it to another level. And to be able to pair it with this passion, newfound passion that we had, and even though, as Quinn said accurately, I've never been a handyman, I built my confidence a lot. And we even tackled, remember we replaced the drive belt on the new mower. The second week we had it, the drive belt burned up, and I normally would have taken it to a shop. And Quinn and I went and picked up the belt at the hardware store and pulled apart the mower, had all the pieces on the floor of the garage, and sure enough, we put it right back together, and we were cutting grass the next morning. And it's just really been this truly amazing journey that I never would have envisioned it. And I can't wait, what the next steps are to continue to help us dominate our neighbors' yards.
Well, last year, like I said before, we had neighbors on our left side. Their lawn didn't even look very good. But we were sitting there sad, very sad, because we were being dominated. Double dominated.
Yeah.
And that's not something you want.
The bar was set very low.
Very, very low.
But we found lawn care nuts somewhere, you know, in the late May time frame too, and that really, you know, changed everything for us, and, you know, really helped us feel like we had some company and some expert suggestions, expert help in doing some of these things that were brand new to us. And Alan has been amazing, and we just, you know, we've now got confidence in what we're doing, and you know, we have expectations, and those expectations are coming true. So we can't wait to see what, you know, what the future holds, and it's just been great. But most importantly, we want to wish you a happy Father's Day, to Alan, to you, and, you know, any of your viewers that might happen to catch this. We feel really thankful for your help and all of your support.
Happy Father's Day, guys.
Tom and Quinn, thank you so much for taking time to do that. I know that you've inspired a lot of other lawn care nuts that are out there that are working together with their dads or their sons or their daughters in the lawn right now. Now, along in that same vein, I asked in our group, I asked a bunch of you to send in pictures of you with your kids in the lawn and tell us a little bit about some of the things that you've done, some of the rewards that you've gotten from working together, learning your land. And so in this next segment, I went ahead and prepared my lawn here for Father's Day, got everything mowed and trimmed real nice, and kind of made a cool video out of it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to interweave a lot of those photos and quotes and things like that that came from you guys as well. Speaking of two people working together in the lawn, I actually overheard two grass blades in my lawn the other day talking. They were a little concerned because it hadn't rained in a while and they knew the soil was drying up and they were trying to figure out, you know, what course of action they can take. And one blade of grass turned to the other blade of grass and says, well, if worse comes to worse, I guess we're gonna have to make do. Hey, now I don't want you to think I forgot our giveaway, because this is one of the parts of the video that I've been looking forward to most, because 10 of you have won one of these battery-powered weed whackers, the Flex Force from Toro over by there. In case you missed it, I announced a giveaway on Monday. Contest stayed up for several days and we took it down on Saturday at noon EST. And then what I did is I downloaded the spreadsheet and then I used a random number software to pick the 10 winners, and here they are. So if you're one of the winners, there's nothing that you have to do. Ben from our staff, Ben the Lawn Guardian, he's gonna be reaching out to you sometime on Monday or Tuesday to go ahead and get your official particulars, get your actual address so we can get that shipped to you. And those are gonna come directly from Toro sometime in the next week to 10 days. Congratulations to all our winners and thank you for entering the giveaway. Okay, so the last part of my week was also a lot of fun. That was on Friday. I'm not sure if you guys know or not. I'll link in the description below or I'll put it up here in the eye. I actually had the privilege of working to install the sod over at the Freedom Factory, which is the old DeSoto Speedway that was over here by Bradenton, Florida over here. And a YouTuber named Cletus McFarland, he purchased that property, saved it from being demolished, and he is working to revamp that track, you know, rehabilitate it, turn it into a giant fun zone, basically. And when he started doing that, I was like, man, I would love to not only install the infield there, but actually tend it going forward. We were able to get that done, and now one of the privileges that I have is I get to mow it. Now, he loves to mow probably as much as you or I do, for sure he does. But when it comes to some of the big events, he gets real busy, and that's when I sneak in and I go, hey man, I know you don't have time to mow right now. Why don't you let me do it? Why don't you let old Uncle Al mow the grass over there? And he's always like, yeah, you can. And then I go out and put some nice stripes in it. You have to understand, this is like a dream come true for me, because not only do I get to mow it every once in a while, but I get to do all the fertilizing out there, weed control. We got actually some fungus problems out there because there's been some standing water. But overall, it's looking awesome. I was able to put down some Carbon X on the very last day before our FERT bans on May 31st, and the color is popping. And I just have to explain to you, when I was out there mowing it, like I felt like triumphant. I felt like I was at my pinnacle. Now the lawn is not perfect. It's got a long way to go. And in fact, I've already secured irrigation that'll be installed out there, because I'm not just walking away from this project. I'm here for the long haul. So we're gonna get some irrigation installed, but we haven't needed that because we've had so much rain. But I was able to get out and fertilize it with some Carbon X, and I'll tell you what, the color is just popping. I was able to put some awesome stripes in it. I mean, man, it's just, I don't know how else to tell you. It's the ultimate lawn care nut's dream to be able to take care of the infield at a racetrack, and especially when it's for somebody as professional and as courteous and as cool and as awesome as Cletus McFarland is. Okay, I'm out over here at the Freedom Factory. I don't have a lot of time because they're getting ready to start. They're getting ready to, well, they're preparing for this race. Today's Friday. The race is tomorrow, Saturday, but I got to get the grass mowed. And I'm just checking real quick. We had some flooding out here from the rains, but I think most of that's dried up. We're really fortunate that we don't have, we haven't had rain in the last 3 or 4 days. So this place drains, it just drains slow. The other thing, it's a racetrack, so all the water comes, you know, right in here. We're in good shape. The one thing is though, we have some brown patch coming in, and that is because that's where there was standing water. You'll see everywhere where there was standing water, we have brown patch fungus. So I did bring some fungicide today, and I will put that down. I'm not gonna be able to obviously cure that up in time for the race, but I couldn't spray it any sooner because of the fact that we had, you know, this stuff was underwater out here. But this is a really bad spot here. I'm pretty sure this is brown patch. This could have actually died though, just because there was water standing here for days on end. It may just drown it. I'm not sure. It just smells rotten. Ugh. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this died just from being underwater. So that's why you just get a little bit of sod and you patch it up. And this side is the worst. That side over there doesn't seem to be as bad, so. This is part of learning your land, so I'm gonna have to put some drains in here eventually to help the water drain off quicker, because I can't have that spot die every single time from water standing there. We get rain every day here in Florida for the most part, you know, through like July and August. So it's gonna look much better when I give it a cut. Got a lot of nutsedge in here. So it's no big deal. I can use glyphosate here. It's just, there's only so many things I could do before the race. I didn't want to come out and kill all the weeds and then have that making everything look brown. So we'll do a nice blanket glyphosate treatment here in a couple weeks or so. Also, grass going to seed because it's under stress. Again, that's just stress from, that stress is from switching water. We were using their well water that they had for watering, and then all of a sudden all the rain comes in, and the rain has a different consistency than the well water that they're using does, and that throws the lawn into stress, so it throws up seed. There is no viable seed for St. Augustine grass. All of the seed that's here is all sterile, but you should mulch it back in because it's full of energy. So there you go, guys. That's kind of the end of the Father's Day full send extravaganza. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed all the goofs, all the gaffes, all the laughs. I hope you've used this video to sit down and have a little bit of entertainment here as the night draws to an end with your kids. But I wanted to just end real quick. If you'll remember Quinn from earlier in the video, Quinn actually did a little bit more of a little narration with some pictures showing the before and afters of his lawn, and also talking about some of the ways that tending the lawn has helped with his faith and kind of helped him understand a little bit more about his faith. And I thought this was something that would be really cool to share with the rest of you guys. So I'm going to end the video with that. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday here, an awesome Father's Day. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the lawn. Here's Quinn.
This was our lawn last month, and as you can see, there are many holes and many different brown patches. And then here is the result right now. This was taken yesterday. As you can see, it's a really, really big difference. Like I said, we still have a lot of work to do, but we're really excited to see this kind of change. Now, the main reason why we decided to get into lawn care of any sort is because about 5 months ago we were saved and we turned our life towards Jesus Christ. And that is really the main reason why we think we need to be stewarding the earth and creating a good environment for all the nearby wildlife and things like that, and also just to admire as children of God, as people who, got into the dirt and worked with it. Genesis 2:15 says, "The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and keep it." So really what we're being called to do is not only work on our lawn, but to keep it so that everybody who passes by, and even us, can see the amazing transformation in just being able to enjoy God's creation.